of this game. They gain points by passing skaters on the other team. Once they're hit, pass their hit. Now we have a lead jammer, but Oslo's jammer right behind them. And they call. We have a lead jammer, number 59, Lidaros. But Lola Pistola is just behind them. We have our first penalties of the day. And now the Lidaros jammer is off to the penalty box, which means that the jam will be a 2-minute jam, because once the jammer gets lead but goes to the penalty box, they are no longer allowed to call off the jam. But we have the Oslo jammer going to the box, which means the Nidaros jammer will be released right away, because you can't have delivery without the jammer on the track. Off they go. We call this situation, when there's one jammer on track, a power jam, because Nidaros blockers only have to worry about helping their jammer. Both jammers are back on track now. And the red jammer is getting cut off. If you see the jammer get hit out and going back, this is how they legally enter the track after being hit outside of the track. If a blocker hits the jammer out, they have to go behind. Otherwise, it's a penalty. And that is the second jam. Now, on the next jam, we have, I believe, number 4 for Lidaros, which is Bårdgård. Both jammers fighting to get out. We have number 3, 2, 1 for Oslo roller derby, and it is Lidaros almost out, but the jammer is re-entering legally, so he does not get a cutting. And 3, 2, 1 is fighting hard. It is a tough job being a jammer sometimes, pushing through bodies. And we have the Lidaros jammer going to the penalty box, which means the lead, I believe, is still open. And Oslo roller derby for lead jammer number 3, 2, 1, Slamo. And they have a power jam. So you'll notice that the Oslo blockers are lining up to do some offense. This is to help get their jammer through as quickly as possible so they can rack up some points. But it is not easy getting through a Nidaros wall. Nidaros jammer is back on track. Coming, and the jam is called. And we have Oslo roller derby for lead jammer 3, For Oslo roller derby is number 9, Lola Pistola. And for Nidaros, we have 209. Medusa Blonde. Both jammers stuck behind their walls fighting hard. The Medusa Blonde is out for lead. And I believe Medusa Blonde played for the national team, Team Norway. And pivot pass for Oslo roller derby, Rosenberg Bruner taking the star. And we have a blocker, 46 Darkness, going to the box. But there's a couple of rules about star passes. You cannot throw the cap. And if the jammer drops the cap, the jammer has to pick it up. When this happens, the jammer essentially becomes a blocker, and the pivot then is the jammer. We have a blocker starting in the box from Oslo roller derby, and Nidaros takes the lead. But the Oslo roller derby jammer is not far behind. And that was an apex jump that ended in a cruise. Looks like Oslo roller derby getting a power jam. We have Asgardian doing some work in right there. Oslo roller derby getting ready to do some offense for the jammer. Have some one-on-one blocking, but Asgardian's going to get a friend. Nope. Now you may notice that the blockers do not chase the jammer all the way around the track. That is because there's something called the pack. Now the pack is the group of the most skaters on the track, and a group of skaters can only be so far away from each other before they have to eventually let go. You can do something called bridging, where you drop a blocker in between the two groups of people. But eventually, you can only get so far, and you have to let the jammer go. Otherwise, we would have a continual chase on the track. That was excellent. And then a penalty, but good effort on Darkness's part. They're both jammers fighting. And that is the jammer. Jamming for Nidaros is Farley Ford, number 4, and it looks like it's 3 for Oslo roller derby, number 84. Oslo jammer to the box. Power jam for Nidaros. Can they get their jammer through? And Nidaros is lead, still struggling with the Oslo wall. Rosa Gruner doing some bridging to let her blockers keep working. And the Oslo jammer is back on track. Oslo jammer is out. And that is a no-point jam. From Nidaros. Crazy North, number 9 from Oslo roller derby, Lola Pistola. Looks like Crazy North is being recycled back. Lola Pistola is also being recycled back by Asgardian. And recycled back means when a blocker hits the jammer out and the jammer needs to re-enter behind them, the blocker will usually try to take them as far back as they can. Crazy North trying to get through the Oslo wall. Looks like Nidaros is going to do some offense. We have a Nidaros blocker going to the box and one leaving the box. Oslo wall doing their best they can, and we have the lead for Nidaros, Crazy North. Lola Pistola is back on track. Will their blockers help them? Crazy North collecting 4 points. We have an Oslo blocker to the box for cutting. Crazy North for another 4 points. 8 in total. Crazy North signaling to her blocker, their blockers. And jam is called before. Each jammer will typically get their own referee, who will usually focus on just the jammer, but also look for other penalties, of course. But they will be keeping track of their jammer and how many points that they are getting and communicating it to the goal. And we have Nidaros for lead. Medusa Blonde. But Creek is not far behind. And Medusa Blonde gets some points. And they call it. We call that the jammer line. Jammers are not allowed to start ahead of it, and blockers are not allowed to touch that line or be behind it. We have Nidaros for lead, number 59, Lucy. 3-2-1 for Oslo's fighting hard, and then we have a star pass. Number 1, Koya taking the star. So they are now jammer, and 3-2-1 is now a blocker. But Nidaros calls the jam. Take some points and call. Hit it and quit it. And we're off. Looks like both jammers are struggling against 2 very strong walls. We have number 4, Farley going for Nidaros, and number 9, Lola Pistola for Oslo Derby. And Farley Coy for Nidaros is lead jammer. Looks like Nidaros jammer is going to the box for a forearm. That means they did some sort of contact with their forearms, which is illegal. If you use your forearms to gain better positioning, that is a penalty. You are not allowed. And it looks like Lola Pistola passed the star to Rosie the Runer, and Rosie the Runer has a power jam. Oslo has reformed because they see that Nidaros is back on track to try to do an apex, going back because they didn't make it. When you jump the inside pockets of the trap, we call that an apex jump. And when you do that, you have to land on both feet. If you do not, that is a putting if you do not go back. If you land on the knees, but inside the track, you still have to go back. Okay, jamming for Oslo roller derby looks like it's crease. And for Iberos, crazy Norse. And crease is out for lead. You might notice that referee is pointing at the Oslo roller derby jammer. When a referee points and makes an L shape with their arms, this means that that jammer that they are pointing at is the lead jammer. Cregan just pointing up those points. 8 already. So we have Bosey's going to the box. And Creek getting caught in the wall. And it looks like Nicolausen's jammer got sent to the box, so Oslo roller derby will start. 3, 2, 1. Slavo jamming for Oslo roller derby in a power jam. And they are leading. Now, we have 9 minutes left of the first half. I would like to remind you all that we have LOD, or a raffle, that you can buy tickets for 20 kroner each, and you can get it at the ticket blocker pivot going to the box. 3, 2, 1 is continuing. Their bench crew is signaling to them to keep going and collecting those points. And we have an Oslo skater going to the box as well. And Nidaros has put their star back on after getting through, but the jam is stalled before they can get back. Going to 5 seconds with Oslo roller derby jammer in the penalty box. So it's a power jam for Nidaros. Nidaros' pivot has returned. The blonde is lead. These are collecting some points. Looks like Oslo roller derby jammers back on track on their initial pass. And remember, the initial pass you do not score points on. For the first pass of every jam, no jammer scores points. It's just about getting through. On their second pass, and every pass thereafter, they can score points. And Slavo is out, so now they will be able to score points. Rosie the runner, making the girls call. But no penalty was given. So Oslo roller derby has lost that penalty. And we are starting again, and number 59, Lucy, is the lead, but Lola Priscilla is not far behind them. Lucy trying to get some points. And calling it. We got 1 point for Oslo roller derby, looks like. And for Nidaros, we have number 4, Carly Coy. We have a direction going to number 1, Raya. And Bada is coming out of the box. Looks like Oslo has the lead. When you see the ref making a sort of cross or X with their hands, that just means that jammer does not have lead. And 3, 2, 1 for Oslo, Slamo. Crazy Horse fighting their way through. Slamo trying to get by the Nudo's wall. Noodle doing a last minute to try to stop the Nudo's jammer, but they are lead. It looks like we have a start pass for Oslo. Rosie is winner. And Nudos follows the jam before Oslo can collect the points. And Nudos takes the lead by use of one. Oslo Roller's jammer is starting in the penalty box, so when they come out, they will have their initial pass. Nudos trying to collect some points. And Nudos' jammer is going to the box, which means Oslo's jammer will be coming in right out. Power jam for Oslo. Oslo jammer being recycled back, tries again. You can hear Oslo's best crew calling for offense. And Oslo's jammer goes recycled. Lisa Blonde fighting Dark Mess and Bosies. Trying to get around. And they are out. Nudos collecting another 4 points. Now, if 2 blockers are in the box and 2 blockers are on track from the same team, as soon as the jammer passes just 1 blocker on track, they will also get the points for the blockers sitting in the box. Looks like there is a start pass from Oslo Roller Derby. Darkness as the jammer, but the jam is called. We have 59, Lucy for Nidaros, and 3 for Oslo, and Cregan's lead, number 84. And Oslo Roller Derby jammer is sent to the box, I believe, for a cutting, which means power jam for Nidaros. And now there is no lead, so it will be a 2-minute jam. Oslo Roller Derby reforming to keep blocking the Nidaros jammer. We have Toya bridging so that they can continue blocking. Looks like Nidaros is sending some offense. Help their jammer through. And Nidaros is out. And 184 is sent to the box again. So another power jam for Nidaros. Looks like Nidaros is letting their jammer work, but they're going to keep Oslo from recycling the jammer too far. Oslo getting ready to catch the jammer. Asgardian trying to do some offense for the jammer. Now the jam is called. And that is the first half. We're going to get the look on track and ready to roll for the second half. And we have number 4 for Nidaros and Creek 84 for Oslo, and they are lead. Can Oslo get some points? Yes, they can. Hit it and quit it. We have number 9, Lola Pistola. Jamming for Oslo, I mean. But it looks like they've lost some equipment, and Nidaros is the jammer. 59 minutes to Lucy. And it is a power jam for Nidaros. No, it's not. Now it will be a power jam. Lola Pistola going to the box for a cut. You see a ref, the cross sign with their arms. That means that penalty is a cutting penalty, which means they cut the track. Nidaros is lead jammer. Coming around for, it looks like their second scoring pass. Hugo and Rosie Gilbert. Doing some blocking. It looks like the Nidaros jammers also on their way to the bar. We'll have a few seconds of inactivity while we are waiting for the Oslo jammer. But it's still pretty common for blockers to do some blocker-on-blocker action when there is no jammer. Commonly to just get into people's heads. Nidaros trying to get through. And Nidaros reforms in front of them. 89 from Nidaros doing some very calm blocking. But here we come with offense from Oslo. And Lola Pistola is out for 4 points. Lucy coming back to the track, and they are out for another 4 points. And that is the jam. Jamming for Oslo, we have number 1, Toya, and jamming for Nidaros is Medusa Blonde. And we have Toya as lead for Oslo. Nidaros jammer still trying to fight the Oslo wall, and a lovely apex from Toya. That's Bloody Al doing some nice blocking with Dark Mass, keeping the Nidaros jammer at bay. Toya comes again for another 4 points. And Dark Mass still locking down that Nidaros jammer, but they are out now. Toya comes in. Trying to get through on the inside, but gets recycled and calls it before Nidaros can score. We have Mighty Hood jamming for Oslo and Crazy North for Nidaros. One blocker in the box from Nidaros. Both jammers struggling to get through. A strong wall from Oslo and Nidaros. When you are a jammer stuck in the wall in your tripod, you call that a sad place, but Oslo takes lead. Number 1010. And Crazy North is out. Will Mighty Hood be able to collect some points? Asgarding trying to keep them from doing so. And Hey Doodle hits the Nidaros jammer out, forcing them to recycle behind them. Oslo Wall is ready to absorb the jammer. Will they? And it looks like a back block was assigned to the Oslo jammer. Now, if you're wondering what the back block is, it is when a skater runs with full force into another skater's back. It is not allowed to hit or make contact with the skater flat on the back. That will be. We have Nidaros starting with Power Jam. Number 59, Lucid Lucy. And they are out for a lead. Lucy trying to get by on the inside line. So the Oslo jammer is back on track, and Bårdgård trying to do some offense for Mighty Hood. Lucy struggling with the front, but they are out again, collecting 4 points. Lucy, quick pass on the inside. Will the white wall be able to catch the Nidaros jammer this time? Darkness knocking them out, bringing the Nidaros jammer back. And Lucy is out, collecting another 4 points, 12 in total now. And it looks like we have a star pass from Oslo. And a damage ball. Jamming for Oslo, we have 3, number 84. And for Nidaros, we have Mighty Hood, number 4. It looks like Chris is out on the lead, but Nidaros is not far behind. Looks like we have some jammer chasing. Oslo plays a safe call. We have Lola Pistola, number 9, and also number 9 for Nidaros, Crazy North. Lola Pistola gets the lead. You'll be a little surprised. Crazy North still trying to fight their way on their initial pass. Got a solid wall of Jenny Vici, Darkness, and Bosie keeping the Nidaros jammer back. But it looks like there's a star pass. And that jam is called. have number 84, Creek, jamming for Oslo, and Carly Hood, number 4 for Trond Bårdgård. Bra, Roach the Bruner, and Doodle, and Slay-Mo make the wall to keep the Doodle jammer back. 4-5-5 from Oslo is being sent to the box for a forearm penalty. And the Doodle jammer tries to seek some points, but it's called by the Oslo jammer. Jamming for Oslo is number 1, Poya, and number 9 for Nidaros, Crazy North. One is quickly through the pack, and Poya can lead. Crazy North is not far behind them. Crazy North collects some points and calls it to be there for 30 seconds. But for the last 6 seconds, you'll be told by our wonderful penalty box timers to stand. And you will stand for the remaining penalty time before you are released and made to throw your team on track. And number 12, Bit North from Nidaros, assigned a cutting penalty and is now in the box. It is a power jam for Oslo. Have Hey Doodle trying to do some offense to help their jammer out. Will they get their jammer through? Nidaros wall is doing an excellent job of reforming and holding that jammer back. Lead is still open. Nidaros is back on track. Oslo is ready for them. Will they catch? Now, we call being stuck in a wall as a jammer a sad, sad place because pushing 3 bodies is a tough thing to do. It is an energy sucker. So jammers will very often hope and wait that their offense will come and help them out. Sometimes you just have to do that solo. Oslo recycles the Nidaros jammer back. Also doing a great job recording. Staying together as a tripod, which is what we call a group of 3 blockers, making a triangular formation. With the Nidaros jammer in the box. And jamming for Oslo is 84 Creek. Oslo fighting at the front. And Creek gets recycled back. Oslo's going to try to keep the Nidaros blockers from going too far. But Asgardian is on it. Bosie's trying to come in and do some offense along with Dark Mess. And their jammer is out. Oslo for the Nidaros jammer is also out. And Creek calls. Jam start formation. Fighting hard against the Oslo wall. Looks like Asgardian's trying to bridge to keep the pack. Rosie the Runer and Bada Bra making a strong wall at the front. But Lucy is out and takes lead. Star pass for Oslo. Rosie the Runer is now jammer. Farley Court trying to find their way on the inside line, but gets shut down by Dartmouth, and Court takes the lead. Homa and Dartmouth, assisted by Jenny Gidici, helping keep the jammer back. Koga also coming through with some points for the Oslo. Nidaros is still on their initial pass, struggling against the Oslo wall. Koga takes another 4 points. And the Nidaros jammer is out. Creek finds his way through, takes the lead because he was stuck behind Bada Bra and Hey Doodle. Rosie the Runer trying to catch the pivot, who is now holding the jammer star because there was a star marker. Creek taking some points. Both jammers trying to find their way through. Asgardian is getting shut down on the inside and outside line by the Oslo wall. Some good line blocking from 747 of Nidaros as well. 747 recycles the Oslo jammer. Creed finding his way on the outside line. And we have a tie now, 121 for Oslo and Nidaros. Getting spicy now. And starting is on their way for a scoring pass. And Creek calls the jam. And they're off. Venosa fighting, Pistola trying to push that one blocker from Nidaros. They have reformed. Looks like Rosie is going to the box. And Lola Pistola is going to the box as well for a cutting. You'll often see that people are yelling at their teammates to go to the box faster, and that's just because time is points in roller derby. You want to get to the box and serve your time as quickly as possible and get back on track. We have number 12 Nidoros, who calls the jam. We are off on a new jam. Looks like we have 59 pieces. And Lola Pistola for Oslo comes out of the box, but we gets the lead. And Lucy just jumps the apex for a quick 4 points. Oslo is going to try to be more prepared this time. And the Nidoros jammer is sent to the box for a back block, so it is now a power jam for Oslo. So the Oslo jammer will be now released from the box. And the Oslo jammer is back on track. Oslo blockers are getting ready to do some offense by taking away the blockers in the jammer's way. The Nidoros jammer is also back. Gets shut down by Hey Doodle. Bra is doing a great job as backwards, communicating where the jammer is and helping their blockers out. Hey Doodle shutting down the jammer once again and tracking them back. While Rosie the Ruiner and jammer for Oslo is coming in for some points. Rosie trying to find their way on the inside and outside line, but not finding much room. The jam is called. Jamming for Oslo, we have Creek and